ग्लोबल स्किल डेवलपमेंट मिशन में आपका स्वागत है।
Okay, I now want to take a look at some of Photoshop's retouching tools, as well as some color correction commands to help make your photographs look their best. And I'm going to start off with a look at Photoshop's red eye tool. This is a pretty common issue that comes up for a lot of people when they're taking photographs of family members or at different events. Of course, we've all seen red eye. We've all been victims of red eye. Do you know what causes red eye, by the way? It's caused when the camera flash bounces off the back of a person's retina and back into the camera lens. It happens a lot in low light conditions when the eye's pupil is fully dilated. There you go. That's the scientific reason. Anyway, how do we go about fixing it? That's the real issue. Well, go ahead and head into your open dialog box, into your project files folder. I've gone and dropped a new file in here for us called redeye.jpg. Go ahead and pop this open. And eventually when this file opens up, we'll wind up seeing, there we are, a photograph of a young man here suffering from the red eye syndrome. So what can we do about this? Well, you know, there's actually a variety of things that we could do to try and clean this up. I usually like to zoom in nice and close, of course, to kind of position this up here. Photoshop has the red eye tool, of course, and I'm going to go and show you this guy. He's found inside your toolbox here, hidden underneath this guy here, the Spot Healing Brush tool, which is a tool that I'm going to show you in the upcoming exercises. Here he is right here, the red eye tool. And this red eye tool that we have inside Photoshop is so simple to work with. All we do is we bring the tool's crosshairs over top of the offending red eye and just single click. That's all there is to it, and Photoshop does the rest. Just like that. How easy was that? So just a single click on the pupils, of course, of the eye to remove the red eye. And then, of course, when I zoom out, everything looks hunky-dory. That's it. End of lesson. That's all there is to it. It's really, really simple. Now, usually, if you get lucky, and while I'm talking here, I'm just going to revert my file back so we can go back to where we started. Usually it really is this simple. Sometimes you have a really nasty case of red eye where you're going to have to spend a little bit more time working on your file. You do have some options across the options bar across the top, the pupil size and the darken amount. You may want to experiment with these options if you're really not getting the result that you want. Okay. The other thing that you can do with the tool is rather than single clicking, you can also click and drag, perhaps in the case where we have a pet maybe, or an animal with a slightly larger eye. So here I'm not really getting a decent result, at least on this young fella's right eye. I'm going to move over to his left, our right-hand side. There we go. That's not too bad. But anyway, you can't really beat a single click with this guy. So there you go. That's pretty much all there is to working with the red eye tool inside Adobe Photoshop. So I'm going to leave it at that. Experiment for yourself. If you have some family photos that you want to try and clean up just a little bit, just a single click using the red eye tool.